So, what do Breath of the Wild, Sonic Frontiers, and Kingdom Hearts 2 all have in common? If you said they're all inspirations from my game, I'd say, who told you? And yes, all of these, along with a host of others, will be used as inspiration for my game, currently titled Freedom: Battle for Marineris. Freedom is a high-speed, 3D, hack-and-slash adventure set on Mars' Grand Canyon on steroids, Mariner Valley. Or at least, it will be. I haven't started. I haven't opened Unity. Really know the first thing about making a devlog. All I know is nothing. This is Devlog 0. Welcome to the Devlog! There's so much in store, and I can't wait to take you guys along for the ride. But before we get there, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Square. It's no one. There's no sponsor. Here's where I would put a sponsor if I had one. In the future, there will be sponsors. Maybe. Probably. I hope so. I'm going to swing for the fences and see what sticks. I do have some ideas of income in the future, but for now, I'll just leave this here. So what exactly is Freedom about? Well, allow me to set the stage. Mars. The red planet. The forefront of humanity's search for extraterrestrial life. In the not-so-distant future, the newly formed ISA begins preparation to establish the first Martian colony. Their mission? To further study specimens collected via rover with potential biosignatures. They land in Valles Marineris and set up camp. They examine the potential biosignatures and find without a shadow of a doubt, Mars, at one point at least, could sustain life. What they don't know would blow this out of the water. Mars not only used to sustain life, Mars has life now, and it's intelligent. Our story takes place many years after they first touched down. Human logistics sites, now abandoned, have been established all across the vast canyon. A certain field runner takes note that a colony-class cruiser has launched from the surface. Rockets of that size are used only in evacuation circumstances, which begs the question, why is it leaving? Without spoiling anything real about the game, hold up, I've used this track too many times. Let me just skip ahead here. Mars is being invaded, and it's up to Free, our protagonist, to fight and defend their home. It's a story about war, people-pleasing, burnout, and doing what you love. I'm excited to tell it, and I'm just as excited to tell the story of how I get to tell the story that I'm telling. So as you can see right there, this is Devlog 0. Mainly making this to capture all the conceptual stuff that I have for the game. I have the first act for the game pretty much mapped out. I've got some ideas for the ending. I've got 2 main theme ideas for the game. Most of it is not concrete in the real world yet, and I felt like I needed to make that happen. So yeah, here we are. Speaking of conceptual, let's go over all the inspirations. I showed a few of them off at the beginning of the video, but I want to go in depth on what I like, what I don't like, what I'm going to be using as inspiration, you know? So let's get started. Breath of the Wild. There's no question about the enormous impact that Breath of the Wild and its sequel, Tears of the Kingdom, has had on the gaming world. Almost every open world RPG that has come out since it dropped has taken design cues from it, and I will be no different. First thing would be the quest structure. All the quests in the game are short, sweet, and to the point. This guy wants apples? Go get him apples. This guy wants to see the top of a mountain that he can't climb? Go take a pic and show it to him. Most of the side quests only serve as world building. They're able to be done in one sitting, and they make the world feel lived in. Next up is horsing around. One of the best things they did for the game was make the distances large, but super easy to traverse. You can cross Hyrule with as much or as little input as you want while you're on a horse. You can take in the scenery, fight off bokoblins. You can do basically whatever you want as fast or as slow as you want while on horseback, and I want to expand on that specifically. Last up is the real-time strategy. Tears of the Kingdom had a quest line that was really cool, and it kind of fell to the wayside a little bit with everything else that's going on in Tears of the Kingdom. And I want that to get its shine. Essentially, a garrison of Hyrule troops would travel around and clear out monster encampments, and you, as the player, would lead them. In the game, they really only walked from the base to the fight, and then they teleport you guys back, but I want a little bit more control than that. You also had the ability to defend cities, like in Gerudo Town, which, again, more of that. That, please. Sonic Frontiers. You may be wondering, hey wait, isn't that just Breath of the Wild again? And to that I say, shut up. There's enough different about it that I think it earned its spot. There's also a lot about it that I think fits even better in my game than with Breath of the Wild. First off is speed. Free's a speedster, so you gotta learn from the best. I think they handle the sense of speed a lot better than in previous Sonic titles, so I'm gonna be trying to learn from that and see if I can put my own spin on things. A lot of people didn't like the puzzles, but it felt like they fit with the environment and the world that they were in. I don't know, I liked them. So I'm gonna try and do something similar. And the last thing would be those platforming challenges all around the map. I loved those. Only thing I didn't like was they kind of lock you in to the track that you're on. And like when you get really good, like it's easy to jump off of them, but I don't know, they don't really give you a chance to express yourself through your skill while you're on them. Like you can chain them together and then you look really cool, but in the middle, everybody does the same thing. And you can't just hop off. Sometimes it takes you miles away from where you thought it was gonna go, and then you're stuck just running back. I think if they had gone with an even more modular approach to those, I would love it more. So that's what I'm gonna do. I want them to feel more like obstacles in a skate park versus a giant slide. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 2 might be my favorite game ever, so it's only natural that I'm going to be inspired by it. The Kingdom Hearts games in general are just really good at allowing you to express your skill in combat, and that's something I want to have in my game. When you get good in Kingdom Hearts 2, it shows. I can't even tell you how many hours I have watched of people just playing Kingdom Hearts, like defeating the bosses, the secret bosses and everything, just in the most stylish way possible. And like the customization of combat too. As you level up in the games, you can add to your combo, change out basic moves for finishers. You can really tailor the game to exactly how you want to play it. And again, that's something I want, freedom of expression. Last thing I'd get is the upgrade system in the Days game, that 1DS one. Yeah, for some reason that just scratches my brain in the right way. I don't know, I really like it. Alright, we're gonna speedrun the last few. First up, Arkham City. I like the combat in this one. Freedom is technically a superhero game as well, so it'd be nice to look at. So this, also the Spider-Man games on PS4, PS5. Sonic Riders. The movement in it feels really good. I like the sense of speed. They've got an interesting vibe for the world and the characters. I like the music, and everybody's got steez. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I like the character and art direction. The grinding in it is super cool. And the steez. Splatoon 3. Steez! How they tell the lore is really cool. I also like the culture that's in the game. Forza Horizons. The game does a really good job of making you want to test the limits of your car, of your build. I also like the radio stations for some reason. And that'll do it. Needless to say, I've got a lot to learn before I'm ready to make the type of game that Freedom is. There's a lot to do, and a lot of things that I am not good at yet when it comes to game dev. But I am learning, like with music. That song you're listening to right now? I made that. This song, or an iteration of it, is going to be the theme of one of the main characters. I found a JB1080 that was in really good working condition, and I've been working on getting usable sound out of it in my spare time. I'm going to be doing a ton of side projects that will all serve as practice for the real thing. I've got a few animation ideas that will help with modeling, character design, environments. There's a lot in there. I am coming with a bit of programming experience already. It's mainly in Python, but I do have some experience with C++ with Arduino, so the syntax in Unity shouldn't be too different. I'll try not to use Freedom itself as a platform for learning, because I don't really want any of the amateur hour stuff making it into the full game. But I know that's inevitable. Regardless, there's going to be a lot of things for you guys to look out for in the future, so stay tuned. In conclusion, I guess the song can stay this time. I've got a game that needs making, and I don't have the skills yet to pay the bills yet. You're going to be seeing more of me and my experiments in the very near future. It may be slow rolling in the early bits. My current job is taxing, to say the least. I have less free time than I had when I started laying the groundwork for this series. I'm also training for a marathon. One thing about me, I love a challenge. That said, slow progress is better than no progress, and we're making slow progress. In the next video, I'm going to be getting familiar with Unity and hopefully getting a 3D character moving. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to see what I've been working on in the background of this video, you can watch that here. Let me know in the comments if you have any tips or tricks for learning Unity, or OBS for that matter. We'll work on it. I might need to upgrade my PC. Make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with releases, and yeah, see you soon.